Hi folks, what we have here is a cheap Chinese foot switch, and basically what I want to do with this is use it in a way that it can power a plug bar. So when I put my foot on the switch, the power goes to the plug bar, and when I take my foot off the switch, the plug bar gets no power. So it'd be one of these plug bars here, because obviously when you're using power tools and it's dusty, you might want to have a fan running at the same time as or Hoover running at the same time as a power tool to take the dust away, or the sawdust away. And being able to have a foot switch which controls the power to both of them items would be a good idea. Now, the standard wiring for this foot switch, the problem is because it's Chinese, the wire that comes with this is red, black and white, which is not kind of the colours we would use in the UK or Ireland. We would use yellow or green for earth, we'd use brown for live and blue for neutral. So now the normal wiring of a foot switch, I'm sure if you were to try these wires and wire them the proper way for the foot switch, it would be fine. The thing I want to do is I want to change the wiring, and I want to wire it where it's gone through the power bar, so it's a little bit different. Now, when you open up the foot switch, you get this little switch here. This is what's inside it. It's a kind of little trip switch. And let the camera focus there for a minute. And that little black button there is what happens. So when you put your foot down, that pushes down and that activates the switch. And on the back of it there, you can see there's some print. It tells you there about the wiring at the back of it there. Now, through trial and error and a bit of guessing, this is the way I want to wire this switch. So it provides power when the switch is pressed, and then it stops power when you take your foot off the foot switch. And I worked out that the main live cable, this red is showing, like, is acting as a main live cable, just as a demonstration. So I want to test this on a battery and a bulb before I do the live version, because if it's wired wrong and I go and put my foot on the switch, I could end up tripping the power on the house, and I don't want to do that, and that would upset a few people in the house. So this is a kind of crude method, or a crude example of what I did, just to show that this wiring works. So what we have here is obviously the switch, which is just connects up to a bulb and a bulb holder. So what we do is we put the negative onto the negative terminal on the battery, and we put the live wire onto the other way around. Put the live wire onto the battery, and as you see, there's no lighting. So if we push the switch, we get a light. If you let go, it goes off. So this is exactly the way you want it to work. If you want to do what I'm going to do, is to make a power bar work as you put your foot on the switch. Now this switch from AliExpress only costs about, I don't know, $4 or $5 or something, so it's very cheap. It's 250 volts. It can take up to 250 volts, and it's a 10 amp. So you wouldn't want to have heavy power tools using this. You want to have light power tools, because they'll only take about 10 amps. But it should do the job for the likes of Dremels and fret saws and light power tools. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go off and wire this up to the mains, to the proper mains cables on the switch, and then when that's done we'll come back and I'll show you the actual what it looks like, and we'll give it a test and see how we get on. Hi folks, right, this is the update. This is exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to wire the foot switch so the power comes on this plug bar when the foot switch is pressed. So you have two cables coming out of the foot switch. One is the plug bar cable and one is the cable that goes to the plug in the wall. So at the moment there's no power on the plug bar. So when you put your foot on it, then the light comes on the plug bar, so power is going to the plug bar. And you take your foot off and the power goes off. So maybe this is not the way the foot switch should be wired, but this is the way we wanted to have it wired so we could use it in a workshop environment. At the end of this video we will have the wiring diagram of how this was wired. Just a precaution, this is electricity and electricity can kill, so if you're not confident with electricity, please get a qualified person to do this for you.